Check this out. The Bank of Canada is currently accepting job applications for a product architect to design a digital currency. The Bank of Canada is embarking on a program of major social significance to design a contingent system for a central bank digital currency which can be thought of as a banknote but in digital form. But wait, it gets even better. Under the challenges section, the Bank of Canada specifies that the digital currency must be universally accessible. Regardless of their circumstances, CBDC should be usable by all Canadians, even by those without a bank account or access to a cellular phone. What sort of technology could allow you to access digital currency without a cell phone? Could it be a microchip? This may seem far-fetched to those of you who remained willfully ignorant over the past 19 months, but it isn't far-fetched at all. Here's how human microchipping is going in Sweden.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand. Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Now, while the chip being used in Sweden connects directly to the user's bank account, the CBDC being rolled out in Canada is not to be confused with online payment apps. This is a brand new centralized form of currency. So what does that mean? It means that this new form of currency will bypass the commercial banking system and be completely controlled by the government with the ultimate goal of eliminating cash altogether. So once this system is in place, the government can track all of your spending habits, automatically withdraw funds for taxation, and even shut your digital wallet down altogether if you're being a bad little boy or girl. Centralized digital currency is already in place in China, where it will be integrated into their social credit system. A system that scores citizens on their behavior, and bad behavior is punished by restricting their participation in society. A bad score can come from minor infractions like gossiping, littering, or speaking ill of the government, and can result in being blacklisted from traveling, going to restaurants, or even renting a home. Wow, interesting how China's social credit system looks identical to the vaccine passport we're using to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. You know, a smart person might even assume that the virus was simply a Trojan horse to usher in a complete surveillance state, but luckily there aren't that many smart people here in Canada. Now, of course, none of this is the natural progression of technology. The RFID implant to connect the digital currency to the social credit system has been in the works for years, and many have warned about its implications. One such man is Aaron Russo, who recounted his conversations with Nick Rockefeller about the Rockefeller family's plan to accomplish complete control over humanity.
And the whole agenda is to create a one world government, the chip implanted in them. All money is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is giving me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything,
you sell.
Everything is in there.
Now, some of you may think that all of this is completely unrelated to COVID, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Retail stores and restaurants across the country are now going contactless under the guise of public health and safety. Some establishments are even refusing cash altogether over the fear that the boogeyman virus might thrive on banknotes. The vaccine passport is simply a free trial to the social credit system, digital currency, and complete control and surveillance of the entire global population. So if you're still on the fence about whether you should participate in the Vax Pass and the segregation of society, you can rest assured that where we're headed, you're gonna wish COVID would take you out.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this lesson. All right, and we've seen that video, okay, which is a very well constructed video, okay, which covers everything that I'm gonna talk about briefly. All right, in this video, in this lesson, all right, this social crediting system in China, okay, the central bank digital currencies, all right, the contact tracing using Vanessa passports, okay, You know, all those things are leading to what? The MOTB. Okay, all of those things are leading to the MOTB, which she laid it out in a video. Okay, you've seen it. All right, this is what we've been telling you. The men of the Lord have been telling you time and time again. All right, that this is what all roads are leading to. Okay, all roads are leading to that. All right, so these, the contact tracing that they're doing, all right, utilizing those V passports, okay, is essentially the same setup, all right, just on a lower level. All right, that's going to be implemented in this B system. Okay, being able to track you, right, being able to monitor you. Okay, whether or not you have, protection against C19. Okay, and what happens if you do or you don't. Okay, if you're not protected against it, well, you can't come into this business. All right, you can't come into this restaurant. You can't attend this concert. You can't attend this sports game. Okay, so on and so forth. All right, and if you do have it, then what? Then you're allowed certain privileges in society. Okay, so that dealing with that contact tracing with the V passport, okay, is essentially the same thing that they're doing in China with their social credit system, but just on a higher level. Okay, when you take a look at that social crediting system, ultimately what China is doing, okay, because seeing that they're one of the first ones to begin to actually use their central bank digital currency, okay, they're using their digital yuan, all right, but with that, okay, they're also have what they call a social crediting system, okay, and much like the crediting system that's used over here in the Babylon, okay, over here in the U.S., right, wherein you're given a credit score, right, based on, if you can make your bills, your credit, right, and if you don't, you're going to be hindered in certain ways where you won't be able to buy a house or a car, okay, or you won't be able to take out a loan. All right, well, essentially, China is doing that, but on steroids. Okay, when you look over at China, all right, their social credit system is just on a different level. Okay, they have it set out to wherein if they deem something you do good or bad, all right, you're going to be given a score based on that. Okay, and the fact of the matter is that the score they give you, all right, can drastically affect your everyday life. Okay, whereas over here it's more so, you might have to deal with it. You might not be able to get the car you want. All right, so you just get a cash car or whatever. Well, over in China, all right, it's more severe than that. Okay, which I'm gonna put these articles, all right, in the description box, which you can take a look and see how just draconian that they're getting. Okay, if you don't do things like visit your parents, all right, or if you talk bad against the government on social media platforms, all right, yeah, you're going to be given a negative score for all of those things. Okay, it could prevent you from being able to put your kids, all right, in good schooling. All right, prevent you from being able to use different flights and public transportation. All right, have it to where you get publicly shamed. Right, they're literally doing that over in China right now. Okay, but the fact of the matter is that that whole surveillance state, right, when they're using public cameras, all right, millions of cameras across their nation. Okay, your phone usage. Okay, the Internet of Things, all right, your finances, so how you spend your money, all right, what you spend it on, all right, them monitoring and surveilling all of that is literally, the pave way being set to the market of beast system. Okay, it's ultimately they're showing you what they're gonna do. Okay, now they don't have it to where all of their citizens, okay, have the mark in them yet. Okay, but nonetheless, they're laying the foundation, okay, the groundwork for that. Okay, and you've seen in that video, all right, how she shows you, all right, how all these things are tied together. Okay, so as we've been telling you, this global pandemic, all right, that's been used by these elites, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, okay, the 33 bloodlines, okay, these elite bankers, right? These things are by design. It's no coincidence that all these countries and nations are beginning to actively seek their very own form of central bank digital currency. Okay. Another one of the articles I'm going to put in the description box, all right, is when you look at All right, when you look at Guadalajara, Mexico, okay, just recently, as of a few days ago, okay, they launched and they're piloting their very own central bank digital currency. All right, I believe it's called the Huzi, okay, but they're allowing participants, okay, extra digital currency, all right, if they do certain things that they deem positive for the economy or for the community, all right, like riding a bike or trying to get other people to sign up, all right, so on and so forth, okay. But they have it to where in different grocery stores, restaurants, businesses, okay, have actually started to accept those digital currencies as forms of payment, okay. And the article also says how that digital currency, that Huzi, all right, is on a 1-to-1 basis with the Mexican peso. All right. So what does this tell you? All right. They're telling you that ultimately what these elites are pushing forth from the top down to the bottom, okay, is that these central bank digital currencies during the time of this global reset, okay, during the time of C-19, like she mentioned, all right, wherein a lot of businesses don't want to use fiat currency anymore, okay. They talked about that coin shortage, right? Many businesses don't want to use fiat currency anymore because it can because the virus, right, can be spread by that, okay, right? They're moving into all these contactless paying methods, okay, and the main contactless method, all right, at the end of the day, everything is leading to is what you've seen in the video, okay, what the Rockefellers want, right? These elites, they want to have you branded as their cattle, okay. They want to put that mark in you, okay. Research the trailer implanted, okay. Research that on YouTube, okay. It shows you that mark, right, is going to have all your data on it, okay. Your medical records, okay, your digital currency, your digital ID, all right, your digital wallet, okay. Nothing's going to be hidden from these elites, okay, and these higher ups. Everything you do, right, dealing with that blockchain system that these digital currencies are going to be ran on, okay, everything you do is going to be recorded, all right. They'll be able to easily just track, all right, be able to easily trace all of your spending history, okay. And look at like I said, the social crediting system in China, all right, they're pretty much laying out the groundwork for this B system, okay. But this should show you the times that we're living in, all right. This complete control, right, that they want to have over the people, all right. This thing is happening, okay. This global reset, all right, that the new order, right, that the elites want, okay, they have the power to put this thing forth into motion, all right, proceeding to Micah 2:1, all right, when you go in the scriptures, all right. But this thing is happening, all right, and we're in a time where these devils, okay, are trying to set up their enterprise, okay. They're trying to set it up fully, all right. So like I said, you take a look at all these different nations, all right, beginning to pilot, all right, and utilize their very own form of digital currency, okay. And that's just one of the aspects of the mark, okay. That's why the scripture says no man might be able to buy nor sell, okay. Revelations 13:16-18. Yeah, because if you don't have that mark, right, ultimately you're not going to be able to operate in society, okay. You're not going to be able to participate in society, okay. You're not going to be able to go up in these stores real soon, okay, with fiat cash in hand and make purchases, okay. You take a look over at Sweden, okay. A lot of Swedens, all right, already have that mark in them, all right. They are pretty much a cashless society, okay. That cashless society is coming, all right, to a state, to a city near you, all right, real soon, okay. And like I said, okay, we can see what's going on, all right. What they're doing is, all right, these devils are literally, they have these places under siege, okay. America, Babylon, all right, is under siege right now, okay. When you go into a siege, which I'm gonna do a lesson on it, all right, ultimately goes into a place being surrounded, okay, and them cutting off the resources, all right, from the outside, all right. So pretty much everybody on the inside has to end up conforming, okay. And that's just, a rough paraphrase of it, okay. But that's what they're doing, right. You look at what's going on with the global supply chain, right, how that's disrupted, okay. You look at all these different ports, okay, all these different ships not being able to bring over these different goods, okay. So yeah, we're in a time of a siege right now, okay. We got shortages of literally everything. Okay. So yeah, we're in a times to wherein they're actively crashing the dollar. Okay. They're actively crashing the dollar. Right. And it's going to get to the point to wherein you got all these mandates going out. Okay. You got all these shortages. Right. You got famines that's literally on these shelves. Okay. Empty store shelves. Okay. You have a lot of things that are causing, that are aiding in this storm. Okay. That are aiding in this storm. Right. And once all hell breaks out, okay, it's going to get to a point to wherein, you're not going to be able to use fiat currency. Okay. You got, different, outages, different power outages, right? We're in a, what they call a global energy crisis. Okay. So yeah, real soon when the internet goes down, right? These gas stations go down, right? These banks are not able to, process your financial, activities. Okay. What are you going to do? Okay. Ultimately it's going to go to like a bartering system. Okay. But then these elites are going to step in with that mark. Okay. This is where we're at. Okay. They're going to bring that order out of chaos, but best believe we're in a times to where all hell is about to break loose. Okay. All hell is about to break loose. All right. And the fact of the matter is that all roads lead to that mark. All right. But, like I said, I'm gonna put the articles in the description box. All right. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Wahara Kakadash. All right. And we are at the end. Okay. So it's a lot that's going on right now. All right. These are devils, whether you've been paying attention or not. All right. This pandemic has been the Trojan horse for them to reset the world. Okay. Ultimately what they, deem it as. All right. Resetting the world. Okay. And by doing that, they're going to introduce a whole new way. All right. Of how life is going to be. Okay. And we're seeing these things begin to take place. All right. But the fact of the matter is that we're here. All right. And I want to say shalom to the next lesson.